Dust 2 going to be the battleground, and the beat about to drop. Pistol round. Let's get this one underway.
No Zeus's in play this round, and no Zeus's were harmed in the making of that intro.
Traces, though, they were harmed in the making of that intro. And it's off to the races over here towards the long side. 5 players out for EG. And they're going to go ahead and throw down these cross smokes to get them up and over. But to get into the site, you've got to get past RPK and Shocks.
Ooh, quite the skirmish here along. 5 OG players here. This is going to be just a battle of the ages with these pistols. Wow. So far, so good. Oof. Shocks going down. That's not going to help the case here for Vitality, but already very low is OG. They're going to go for this bomb plant. EBK sticking it. Man2 there on the ramp to help him on 17 HP. Where will this go? Except for Zywoo, who knows exactly where to go at all times. Gets a little bit of an indication that they're not alone. And quick work is made of them. OG falters. OG falls, and we're going to see Vitality picking up this first pistol round.
Yeah, quick, clean shots coming out from the A site. OG encountered no resistance on long. Vitality were just playing heavy setup inside of A, and they're able to hit all the shots required as OG get close. 2 for Shoxy, and everyone finds frags around him. Mono lead, and OG, they might force. They've been very keen to do so on some of these T sides, and as Harry mentioned back in that previous map, Vitality have the worst conversion rate of any team in the Pro League, 58%, which doesn't sound that bad. I guess, you know, half the time they win it. You know, it's not awful, but it's also not great considering what they're up against. That being said, 2 Kriegs in this round is a decent buy for OG. They've got to make them work, though. They've got to play around the rifles. No B-rush allowed with a Molotov down, but they're going to come in late for a contact play. That grenade could be nice, but it's going in the left side, or right side, rather, and OG will be avoiding it. Smoke at their feet, and they go elsewhere.
Yeah, that's enough to push them away a little bit, and really, Alexibi and Issa on these Kriegs could prove to be a problem for Vitality, even though they did win the first round. Still a scary situation to find yourself in.
Every nade that Vitality throw does like 40, 50 damage, which is nuts. In this round, it's spread very, very thin, and that's still going to help boost up those stats. That's what we're all playing for, right? Now, over here at long, OG take another nade in this round, and that this time will net a pretty significant amount of damage, and it's kind of forced this T side execute into the A site to just crumble apart at the seams. They still have 2 Molotovs and a smoke here to try and get some usage out of and maybe force some of these players out of position. But you can see, right, OG know that they've taken an uncomfortable amount of time to break through this utility over towards the short side, and so they are expecting a player to come wrapping in. It's just how long do you hold this for? You know, you can't win the round on catwalk. You've got to get that bomb down at some point in time, and so eventually something's got to give. Ooh. And that will look to come through now. Masuta not ready. MBK flicks down to him. 20 seconds. OG going to leave this one down to the wire as they go pushing on in. Zywoo's MP9 should have locked this round in pretty much, although I say that MBK, as sad as this is, he can't win the round. 4 seconds, he's got to land a jump shot. Oh, Shocks! It was ready and waiting. I'm kind of glad that that's how it all shapes up in the very end.
Shocks picks up the Krieg too, look at that.
Shocks has 10 health, man. That was very winnable. You say it's not, but MBK, he's just RNG. You're just rolling the dice at that point. You're putting it all on black and you're hoping for the best, but a one tap.
What a shot.
What a Shocks.
Even like, you know, like a heads up situation right there for him to be in and know that there's potentially a jump up.
I mean, one man who knows about the things Shocks can do with those pistols is Rush, right? He got to...
Rushley.
I tell you what, Shocks on those pistols, he's a bit of a god. Especially jumping shots. We see him hit those all the time, to be honest.
Now, Rushley, what's your take on this one going to 3 maps? Now, what did you find in terms of nuke?
I was surprised by OG, honestly. I thought the boys of Vitality would close it out then and there, to be honest. I mean, Inferno was pretty rough to watch, actually.
It was. Now, I guess rough to watch. I just kind of want to ask you too in this moment. I know you're sitting around production and all the the hearts and minds that really make this broadcast go on. What's the vibe like? What's the atmosphere like in the camp?
Everybody's popping. Everyone's having a good time. Can you hear them back there? They're loving life,
Well,
honestly.
Rush, why might we be partying today on the production side of things?
I don't know. You told me, Harry.
Oh, come on.
I can tell him.
Trace
Is it
can.
my birthday? It's not our birthday.
No, it's
Harry.
not your birthday. We are off that. Now we are on our producer Ben's birthday. That's
is
right.
it really?
Feels birthday, man.
Happy birthday, Ben.
Happy birthday, Ben.
Doing a stellar job back there, he is.
Thank you so much for putting up with our antics. Moreover, your patience is it is very much noted. So, speaking of patience in this round, ZywOo having tons of it, finds himself sitting outside the B window. But guess what? Alexa B with the bomb is going to walk right into A. Should be an easy plant here. He's very low, but should be an easy plant considering the distance between him and ZywOo. If you're Alexa B, you're scared regardless of your HP.
I'd love to see a long gamble plant. He's not going to go for it because, of course, he can't cross, with him being so low, and he knows that. But safe one for Cat, and he can fall back to Gandalf, or even just the catwalk. Unfortunately, this position now means ZywOo can stick the bomb, and Alexi has to go wide, so he's going to look to get the kill before ZywOo gets in the sight, but missed, and ZywOo takes him down. Alexi B, just a second difference there. If he jumped up a second earlier, he might have been able to line up a quick kill, but ZywOo swivels. You'll find Vitality that round and that clutch. That was a full eco. That was P250s for OG with no armor. And they make it a one-on-one with a bomb plant. They've got to be very happy with that round, even though they don't pick it up. It's going to set them up very well.
Producer Ben turns 28. Ah.
Yeah, his Twitter is at. Hang on a moment. I'm gonna. No.
Line that one up, don't
because
you?
it's at Benny Blake, and he added a little Y on the end just to throw me off. So
Just
yeah,
because.
at Benny Blake, go ahead and wish him a happy birthday. He's out here, away from the folks back home, producing this wonderful Counter-Strike show that we've come to know and love. Apex is loving it right now as well. Down here towards the lower tunnels, he's opened up with one onto Alexa V and still hangs around. He's not content with just.
Oh no,
dear. That could have gone very, very badly for old mate Apex there. He's able to get out of danger. Not quite. Man2 cuts him off. And that'll be on the back of the information of that nade getting thrown out. Man over in tunnels, Easter is like, I certainly didn't throw that nade. So someone's still floating around down here, and they do manage to flush out Apex. So now this 4-on-4 and a B-site play looking likely. Only one man here. That man is Masuta. And he gets away with a kill, but he'll get put in the ground. Not the most convincing spray from Shox down in mid, and they even deal with RPK. This is a sad round for Vitality. They have almost killed all three, but almost ain't worth anything, Trace.
Yeah.
Apart from in 2 games, from what you've led me to believe.
Yeah, and I'm not even sure it's completely necessary to go over that. However, you know what? We're here already. Almost and close, only counting games of horseshoes and hand grenades, which are not subsequently played at the same time, if you can believe that or not.
Yeah, that's a risky one. That's oof.
That is an oof. Sort of like OG picking up their first round here.
Yeah, when they watch back the VOD, Vitality going to be so annoyed ZywOo didn't just whip out a pistol and go for it. But yeah, not to know the exact health on these OG players.
And he's super low too. Holding on this AWP could be pivotal
Yeah.
in terms of what Vitality have to do in this half a play on their CT side.
Especially considering they have nothing to play with, right? OG, this is the money coming back to Haunt Vitality. This is the 4 kills in that eco round, having long-term effect, I guess you could say. Vitality, they might just force, they might just buy in, because at this point, what else can you do?
Well, they did a really good job of eliminating Apex in that round. He hung around in lower for a long time. He dodged some Molotovs, was on low HP. And you could see just how OG decided, hey, you know what? We can isolate this player, even if that means throwing that Molotov out the doors, even if that means spamming the smoke for good luck. Meanwhile, B-site not currently open for business. Zuda falls. He's not going to be the last of the Vitality players either.
Apex, that's more than you can ask for from that position. He was getting hounded down with the mid lurk as well. He gets away with 2. It still might not be enough though here for Vitality. Shox should look to upgrade his gun at a bare minimum, but I don't think he's going to go for this one. Seems like a second for this T side. OG putting pieces together, and Shox clearing out close positions, making sure he can scamper away with the AK. That is the case. OG is still tucked inside of B, and ZywOo, sorry, RPK rather, has already gone on to save his AWP for ZywOo.
3-2, OG. Not out of this fight. You can't discount these flowers just yet.
Ooh, we might have some exits, but Mantu's not going to go too much further, just avoiding the bomb radius and the CT spawn.
And now if you're Vitality, you've definitely been conditioned to worry about this B bomb site, right? This is not the first time that OG have gone here. In fact, it's more like kind of the third. There you go. That's a hard sentence to say, apparently. But yeah, you know, I mean, they've just been running these B-site executes, and even down to that third round where it gets down to the wire and Alexa B plants over at A in the 1v1. That was all on the back of those pistols opening up down towards that B side of the map. So bit of a vulnerability showing here for Vitality. They're going to go back away from this long peak, and they do manage to get there just in the nick of time thanks to this smoke. And OG have thrown in. Upper tunnels is clear now by Team Vitality. They know this is looking like the A commitment. So they're going to start to stack players up over on this side of the map.
Double long smokes for the take will allow OG to cross safely. Zywoo is backed on out of this one towards a catwalk. Valde looking for a kill. He does find Zywoo finishing off the job. No armor, low health, and he's done. Apex should have been done, but he actually, that's right, it's RPK getting forced out by the molly. Apex gets a kill down in CT instead. And the AWP does get grabbed by Masuta. He should definitely save this one. No armor, and OG are all over the site. Shox can get away with an AK as well, or just play for exits. It's regardless of one round for OG. They seem to be deciding these in the opening 20 seconds, but Vitality, I mean, they didn't really have enough in this one. It was an eco. Oh, Masuta saving his teammate's life there as well with that kill. Shox was close in the corner. Still players from OG fanning out and looking for these final two. They don't know exactly where Shox has ended up, and Masuta is a long way away, so he will not be found today. 3-3 as OG put rounds on this T side. But Vitality are coming back in with guns. Oh, that's excellent from MVK. He's back, baby.
That's what they say. But don't call me baby, man.
I was talking to Harry, mate.
All right, dude.
Keep your distance.
All right, pal.
Listen, bro.
Okay, bud.
Listen, fella.
All right, Chief. Let's calm it down.
Okay, guys. Well, let's calm down to that point. It certainly has calmed down, hasn't it?
Very threatening.
We really do find ourselves at a monk-ass situation, 3-3.
Oh, and it's a B play running on in. Masuta not able to hold the line once more. And OG, when they want the B site, they get the B site. Shox is tagged on up through the doors, and this might be a save for Vitality.
Oh my God.
Now, this is kind of gross. You know, Alexa B is going to hunt down the saving players. He now knows that they're not even going for this round. OG, looks like maybe they actually delayed that bomb plant for a bit as well. They were already in the site. They had the bomb ready to go, and they've let Alexa B start to creep on forward. Now, Zywoo will deal with him. That's a Krieg that can be retrieved for Vitality if someone wants to be brave enough to run the gauntlet, but that's a big if. A fourth round on the board for OG, and this B site is a real problem, and it's only going to keep causing problems, because if you overcompensate at B, OG are going to take that in their stride, right? They throw in a fast B play there, knowing that this is going to be the first rifle round back on the board in a little while for Vitality, and that the utility wouldn't really be that fantastic. So the fact that they're flexing this B site so much is surely going to lead to Vitality overcompensating on this side of the map, heading into the rest of the game.
I bet they wish they overcompensated here, because, you know, much like Inferno can be, boom, one kill, there's the round done. You know, there's nothing Vitality can do. They get smoked off, they get choked out of the site by utility. And at that point, it's done, especially when Alexa B catches a saving player. OG at that point know that Vitality have given up in the round, and they are able to finish things off. Building their economy on the T side, there is a lot of money in play, and still no orbs. I wonder if this will change. Maybe in this round, because Alexa B is yet to buy. Mantu could afford one of those weapons. Not being seeing him versus Zywoo at all. That's just not a battle that's happened in this series. Bit of a weird one. But Vitality, they save the guns. They can buy back into this round and give it another go. Definitely want to see two players on B. But, you know, this is exactly what OG want. Like you talk about, now if they change the pace, they go towards long, they start off early somewhere else, you know Vitality are going to be leaning towards that B site out of fear.
Alexibi had a really good B spawn. It looked like he wanted to play off of it, but the gun wasn't actually dropped far enough over to him. I imagine he's going to try and sell a bit of a fake RPK. Oh my goodness. MBK gets both of those kills? How? How is he the man to deliver there?
He's a natural born killer, Harry.
He really is, and he's showing it in the server. ZywOo and Apex now over here in the A-bomb site. They reinforce it, they double up, but this is not where the play is coming in for OG. They've got full domain over the map at this point, right? This is a round they've got to give to Vitality if they're going to lose it. It should be very, very difficult for Vitality to do anything here. And Masuta, he's got to deliver really like at least 3 kills from this B site hold, and that's a huge ask. And yeah, even then you're heading into it with an AWP on the retake in ZywOo's hands. We've seen Vitality save in these situations before, and it might just be more of the same. Masuta, can he do enough to make this round possible for Team Vitality? MBK gets dropped, but no one else pushes in.
I kind of like that. They get the info, and also it stalls the rotations because it's gone quiet, so Vitality don't want to start moving off of A, and then they rush. That's a really nice idea by OG, you know? Instead of just trying to trade MBK in the site and potentially get sprayed down, they throw one player in, he dies, he goes, okay, it's solo B, and Vitality, there's no way they rotate because they go, well, it's only one player, we've only heard one player. You know, it could just be a bad fake from OG. It's not. They're just using MBK as a walking decoy, Harry. But the trade is there, and that's what matters. They take down Masuta inside of the site, and a plant will solidify 5 for OG. Safe city right now. It's like Inferno in this map.
So are we going to classify this whole, you know, Alexibi and Ints thing? I mean, I know it's old news, but is it one of the most, like, top 10 anime betrayal things? Or?
I mean, I don't know, because I feel like if anything, like, Alexibi was obviously the one to get removed, and he's just come out better from that. So I wouldn't, like, I don't know, but like, maybe, you know, there's a feeling of betrayal, but
I'm sure
I think he's pretty happy with his home in OG, truthfully.
With the reality of the situation, it's not like, you know, it's not like Alexi's looking back and like, oh, Ents are bad right now. I could have made him so much better. He's like, wow, Ents are bad right now. I'm so glad I'm not with them. I'm sure that's the mentality, right? Obviously, they probably wouldn't be bad if he was still with them, but, you know.
We'll never know.
Exactly. What we do know, though, is OG are looking good. They're in the 3rd map of this series, and they're putting Vitality to the test. Another eco round around these saved guns. It's been saving all night long for Vitality. Every round, OG have won. All 5, Vitality have saved. It's been bomb explosions to get these T rounds. And so that just shows Vitality in the wrong place at the wrong time, and that's somewhat OG's doing. Now, where do they go here? Catwalk control gifted. One man holding the cross, and that man is ZywOo.
Into the red room we go. By that, I mean things are about to get real. Tactical masterminds over there at OG have put them all on the catwalk, all 5 deep, actually, running into this A site. There's nothing Vitality can do about it. They can't stop this plant.
I think this is already the save trace, really, for players like ZywOo and Apex. They're probably going to float around, right? Like, ZywOo's not going to budge off of long, but a lot of this round relies on these pistols doing something.
Or even if ZywOo gets a leg on a player, you know, that's right enough.
There we go. That's the one. There's the kill to push them forward. And now they want to give this a go. And all the kills are coming in on the back of it. This should not have been a Vitality round. Valder looks to snatch this one back into the hands of OG. He's got to fight in this Molotov, and he still puts up another kill. Oh, my word. Apex has a kit. They tap on the bomb. Mansu picks up where Valder was looking to finish. And sure, Apex gets all the kills needed, but it's still a 6th round on the board for OG.
Old habits die hard. He turns around to face the bomb as it explodes, but, you know, it's not a 1.6 anymore. Won't affect the damage.
We're not in Kansas anymore either.
Streets of Dust are looking dry and barren right now, Trace. At least for rounds for Vitality, they are lacking. 6 bomb explosions now for OG. 5 of which have been saved. Well, no, sorry, that was a save for Apex. I guess he gets out alive, taking down the last man in spawn. Vitality again towards his B site. OG might meet them, though. The bomb is suicide. This is a dangerous move, but hopefully the AWP is not there. It's actually on B, and Masuta unscopes and misses the shot, as you would expect. The nade goes deep, but OG avoid it, and they are going to bail from the B site after seeing that AWP. They might even think it's ZywOo, right? They don't necessarily know that, so always a bit of fear struck in the minds and hearts of OG. Instead, ZywOo's up on the A site watching long with RPK, and He's going to double back towards the catwalk. But it will be that B play again. This time, 2 players. Vitality have to hold this. If they lose this round, I mean, if they lose this B hold, that's when problems are really going to arise. They are set up and ready. 2 players here and the AWP on plat, but they can molly this position.
Can do that.
Masuta finding one through that smoke. Oh, there's a chance for even more here. It's actually Apex to just line them up, knock them down. Valder lost alive, gets put in the ground, and Team Vitality, they'll take a 4th. They finally greenlight that B site hold and put that 4th one up there. Stellar round from Apex, maybe the change that was needed, pulling him over towards B to help out Masuta, who's clearly been having a little bit of a trouble holding on to what OG have been throwing in.
When we saw Masuta, I can't remember who they were playing against. Maybe one of you can remind me. He went 0-18 in one of the Pro League games, and it was on the B site of Dust 2, which was that game. He just couldn't hold it. He wasn't getting away with anything. Or he was getting avoided more often than not and left to either save or retake. But yeah, it's maybe one of the harder positions that he's acclimatizing to inside of this team.
Oh my goodness, RPK tries to go through, tries to kickstart something magnificent. ZywOo now giving up his position at the car. Don't know if he's aware there's a player down in the pit. RPK never saw it. Smoke comes in from Shox. That's going to bail ZywOo out of danger.
But look, he doesn't vacate the area at all. He just kind of shifts away from the Molotov. He stays alive here, and which ultimately proves to be just a big pain in the rear end of OG.
I just love how much his team set him up, right? He gets mollied, he doesn't even unscope, he doesn't even look away, and he just gets the smoke thrown on the Molotov. Like, he's there telling his team, okay, I'm going to play this position, but when I get mollied, you need to save me. I don't have a smoke here. And second one comes down. No teammates to save him this time in hot water and hot fire, but he still takes a kill before he expires. It's Man2 alone.
That kill right there, what on earth is that?
Instant.
The last tick of life pulls away with the trigger. Crazy. It's just Man2, and he's got nothing to do, nothing to show.
Yeah, you can say Man2 won an AWP fight versus ZywOo there, which is cool, but I mean, you know, you're really reaching. ZywOo gets away with so much off of that position, 10 and 5. Finally, OG play into the hands of Vitality. They avoid the B site, and after 6 rounds in a row, Vitality have found two of their own. Yeah, I mean, that was instant.
An immediate change of pace here from OG. They flash through those mid doors, and Alexa B able to get up onto the catwalk very, very quickly. Flash goes over, Shox not blind, and trade found almost immediately. ZywOo there was meant to go ahead and keep that in the favor of Vitality, but he's not able to do that. Long control taken in amongst all this madness. ZywOo and RPK still alive back inside of the A site, and now this wrap coming on in. Molotovs raining down into A. Apex is coming on this rotation. He's responsible for a hell of a lot, and he does catch MBK with utility trying to cross. Over at the crossroads, Issa. He's at a crossroads in this round, a 1v2, and danger could be around every corner.
Yeah, and the bomb's just out of his grasp, so there long. He's got to find another way to get it. I'm not so sure it's going to be as easy as that. It's a save round.
He's wrapping in through long, looking to surprise this man back in the site, and he has surprised Apex. Now, Masuta with this AWP. Oh my goodness, Issa's gonna try and make the run. Now, I don't know. This is gonna be close if he's able to do it.
Well, not with all this playing around, but here we go. Off to the races, it's Issa. Knife in hand. He's really gunning for it. It's going to be a tight fit. It's going to be a stretch. Not even sure it's possible at this point. I'm going to go ahead and side with it. No, but there was an idea there.
Gives it a go. Optimistic at best, but it's not going to be the round, unfortunately.
Got himself $300. I guess kind of cool.
What a huge godlike clutch from Masuta, though. Stays alive, does nothing, wins the round. Those are the rounds you love.
If you love it, what do you do with it, Harry?
You wear it if you love it.
And where do you go to get that?
Shop.eslgaming.com.
There we go.
Shop www.eslgaming.com.
You love it, you wear it.
You love it, you wear it.
You break it, you buy it.
Well, who's going to be broken on the end of this one? 6-6. We've got ourselves a tie game. Some MAC-10s and pistols out for the side of OG. After Issa unable to get the bomb planted or win in that 1v1, however you want to look at it. We're going to look at a full-on B hit here at the side of OG. They're lining up for Mizuta. Can he get more than 2? I imagine that he can, and he will. He looks for this 4th, finds it with ease. They just keep on feeding him. Can he get the ace? Didn't see the player there in Alexi B on the scaffold, and so what an easy round there for Team Vitality.
Yeah, Masuta finally sends them back in from B as well, right? Sends a bit of a reminder that he's not just this free bomb site anymore. He holds his own and does it in spectacular fashion with this double AWP setup, an investment that was allowed thanks to him staying alive there in the end of that last round that obviously they picked on up. So these double AWPs giving some immediate results over to Vitality. There's no money left in the OG camp. They'll partially invest into this round, try and do what they can with these pistols. Apex, though, yeah, he catches MBK completely by surprise. And he's quick to get himself out of danger. You know, the last time he pushed through the lower tunnels, he got caught, obviously.
It's true. What more can I say about it?
It's deathmatch time for RPK, but maybe he met his maker. Alexi B finds a kill. Zywu back on the card. No Molotovs today, and no time to take this man out, you'd think. He gets 2 through the wall as well.
Was it through the wall?
Yeah, I thought it was his teammate, through his teammate,
too,
but he
yeah.
didn't do any damage, so it must have been just through the corner of the car, wall, or the long corner. It doesn't matter, it's a round, and it's an easy one for Vitality. 8-6, despite the fact that OG, you know, Vitality go 3-0 up, finding the conversion against the Force. OG wins 6 rounds in a row, with Vitality 5 right back at you. So, you know, no one swapping or trading rounds, just streaks on either side as OG look to find the last of the half, find the 7th, split it in the middle, Harry, as they say. They haven't actually done much mid to B work, so this is a good change of pace. Hitting the site that's been so good to them, but taking a different route. Okay.
Oh, and that route puts them in the firing line of Apex. He does turn back to middle. The Suitor gets caught repositioning, and now they're set up outside of the site. Going to be a 4-on-2 retake here for Team Vitality. OG, they will look to get that bomb planted. MBK gonna plug in the numbers. Issa hidden on the car. 3 players for Team Vitality coming in through the tunnels. And MBK.
Get ready for a wild ride. Issa peeks the tunnels. It's Zywu quick on the draw, and it's not gonna stop there. End of the round, end of the half. It's gonna be Vitality to pick up a 9th. To the 6 of OG. We're going to flip it over here in a minute and turn it into the second half of the game. Vitality on their T side. Will they close this out with ease, or will OG have a response? We'll be right back after this break, everybody. You're watching the ESL Pro League.
Never had much, now we on the whole thing. Spread it all around the world, watch it all change. Came alive, now they all see the greatness. Light shine so hot they can't take it. Sarah, I hurt myself today trying to make the pain go away. Sarah, I want to fade away, be with the stars in outer space. You come and you go. You take me high, you take me low. But I don't know how to do this on my own anymore. Oh no, now it's my leave for the melancholy. Couldn't fill a hole inside me. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. Now it's Xannies till I numb my psyche. Cocaine just to feel my heartbeat. Nothing to lose, nothing to gain. Sarah. Sarah, why you leaving me? You know you can't leave me now. Sarah, I lost myself today trying.
At the conclusion of the first half of play, it's Mr. Apex. It stands tall with vitality. It does look like we're going to have a game on our hands here. After all, the 9-6 half, Vitality grabbed the last one, close it out, and we look now towards a pistol here with Harry and Hugo. We're just about ready to find out who stays alive here in the ESL Pro League Season 11 and who really calls it quits. And I don't mean as a team, I just simply mean that they are out if they lose this play-in.
Yeah, pressure's on the line here. We already have our first 5 teams who are going to be in that next group stage. This is, of course, stage 2 of the Pro League. That is Astralis, Na'Vi, Mousesports, who topped their initial groups, Fnatic and FaZe, who won their games early on today. And the final team will be the winner of this map. It's in the second half. And it's the third of the series. Never would have thought it would come this far after how dominant Inferno was for Vitality, but OG have really made this one interesting. Now in the pistol, fighting up mid and cat. Valdi's been pushed back, but he gets a kill on his retreat. Shox also dinked by a USP for 99. You don't see that every day, but when it does come through, well, you're left in a rough spot if you're Shox. Better than dead, I guess, but that might come soon. As OG flashed around the corner, nice shot comes through onto ZywOo, and 2 players down with a bomb as well. Double flash. I like the setup from OG, really trying to force aggression. Mizzou's going to get close, but not close enough.
Well, there you have it. OG certainly still in the game. 7-9, they pick up a pistol round, and that's where things start to look a little bit better for them over there. No Kriegs coming out just yet on the side of Vitality. But that could be the bane of existence for OG.
Wow, more of that. OG getting on the CT side. And I'm sure we will have more of that with Vitality forcing up in the second round. It's going to be Deegs with some util. Nothing too pretty. The Famoofs are out for OG.
That's the thing about these guys, right? With Vitality, you can never count them out in these 4-spy rounds. You know, in this round, they might look like the underdog. That'd tell you they came here to win. And, well, there's a pretty good chance that they might find something here, at least up towards the catwalk with all this utility. They can throw out these smokes to go for the cat cross. And when that happens, there is only one man inside of the site in Alexa B. And so at that point, it kind of falls onto Mantu as to how he wants to play it. That's a pretty nifty little smoke throwing on him from Shox over in top mid. That's really going to restrict how much of a say Alexa B can have in this round.
Yeah, it forces him into this one engagement, and they're going to be ready for it. They've got Deegs. They want that headshot fight, and they might get it. Molotov on the site, though, is problematic for Alexi. He will begin to burn, but he gets away with a kill off the flash. Actually tucked in, and the Molly's not doing a thing, but Masuta will. Getting up close to the Deagle and finding another kill. It's a messy one for Mantu, but he's going to get the frags off the FAMAS pistol. Not going to be able to close it. Masuta alone, but somehow, some way, he's made this interesting.
How on earth has he done that? That second kill right there is a little bit disgusting, to say the least. Still doesn't matter. Bomb plant. Good on him. It's OG. They continue to say, Konnichiwa. Big hello there to Vitality. They are not out of the game just yet.
Man, Masuta with that fadeaway deeg. I honestly don't even know if he knew he got Valda in that one there. That's just mental.
It's pretty scary, really.
It's a 4-spy from Team Vitality. Now, they're able to make that round pretty close, so they know that, you know, that they could reset EG if they get this one here and now. It's a pretty big gamble to take. It hasn't left them with much utility, and so winning these fights is paramount, and they're not able to win them over at long. Alexa B and Valda will hold their own and keep the advantage in favor of of OG. Team Vitality, they wanted to try and retrieve these guns, but Mantu has juggled the AK and the Krieg out of those long doors, which means no free upgrade for RPK. And there's also now some of this coveted terrorist weaponry over towards the long side.
Well, OG don't want to fall prey to what was the bane of their existence on the CT side. The B site. Or the bane of Vitality's existence, rather. Who do look like they want to take B, coming in through T-spawn to tunnels, but right now just peering into middle and looking elsewhere, waiting for Shox to come join them. They also want to take mid to, also ZywOo rather, so ZywOo can come join them and be safe. No aggressive catwalk or mid-control plays. Shox might just try and fake out B with a flashbang, then run right back to catwalk. That's where the play is going to come through. MBK blinded, but no one's moving. No one's budging. No one's shifting here. Team Vitality are the ones that are going to have to make the presence known, and they do on the A site. Quick dink. Alexi B stalling with the Molotov. Mantu with the Krieg. The spray is there, and the taps will finish the job. 2 kills. Only Shoxy left up. He may as well go down with a fight here if he can get any guns away from OG. He can continue to cripple the economy, but right now it's Vitality on their last legs as OG close both those 4-spy rounds out. Vitality can't afford to buy again. Surely this is where they take an eco, take a breather, let OG get double digits, and then come back in with a full buy. They have certainly made their job hard, though. You know, I understand the wanting to force when you make rounds close and you get a bomb plant, you get 3 Kriegs. That's a great buy for Vitality, but it does delay their first real rifle round and their AWP as well on ZywOo, which has, you know, been such a mainstay of their T side.
Yeah, just a little fact collecting mission that I was on there in the meantime. We were talking about Masuta and his 0-18 sort of run there he had. One of a kind, really. I think that was against Team Spirit. Things look a little bit different here.
Certainly. But back to the cat play for Vitality. Things are looking like deja vu. A couple of rounds ago. Vitality's boosted on long. You don't see that every round. And he might have to double back towards the A site. Vitality commit here. Alexi, does he take the... I want to call it the Tabson position, Harry. We called it simple, but I mean, considering Tabson, you know, won that series against Na'Vi with that spot, I feel like he deserves the name. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's one that I always saw Simple trying to pull in. Like, more so than average. I don't know.
Yeah, well, you know, the big play is the one that decides.
Yeah, no, that is true.
The big play comes from Tabs. That is an unfortunate commitment for Masuta with the bomb. No one is going to follow him because of the Molotov, but they'll come late to the party. The rotates are already here. Alexa B is hanging around in Tabson's hidey hole, and they're going to cross right past him. Excellent work. 2, maybe a 3rd. He will get overrun eventually, but Mantu's there to trade, and G2, OG. In my head, I want to call them Optic. Like every round, I want to go Optic game, but no. OG will find it. 10-9, they get rid of Eco, and now it's a full buy round. The first of this T side for Vitality. They've had Kriegs, but they never had everything behind it. And with ZywOo on the AWP, this could be it. Harry, the head-to-head we've been waiting all series for. Mantu versus ZywOo, what we got?
Oh, bit of damage done. This time it's ZywOo onto MBK on the cross. So we don't get to see that head-to-head yet, but we should do it at some point soon. Mantu taking that AWP over towards long side, so it might be a little while. Goodness, those nades are devastating to Team Vitality. Masuta is lucky to be alive. 1 point of health there after the double nade stack down into the lower tunnels. And this shows EG, man, they've got quite the read on this whole situation. The AWP held by Mantu. Ooh.
Oh, very close.
Yeah. OG, looking like a bunch of evil geniuses almost. They have a pretty good understanding as to what's shaping up in this round. Mansu goes back towards long. Shox lining up this flashbang to try and get them out. Mansu is not blind, and he bests ZywOo there in that head-to-head. Now, not quite the AWP standoff we were hoping for, but a kill is a kill, and it goes a long way. And a damage where these nades have already lit up the majority of Vitality. It's only Shox left now. 1 versus 3. Bomb on his back and a huge task ahead of him. This is by no means a recoverable round for Team Vitality.
Wow, you wait till after he dies to say that, Harry, you're a fraud. You didn't know. He could have won that, but no.
But Harry did know. Harry knew the whole time.
One step ahead.
Something like that, yeah. I mean, OG, well, I know some of you picked OG. I'm not going to say who explicitly. Maybe Rush did.
Maybe I did.
Rushley? Hello? Bueller?
Hello. Yes, I did pick OG in this.
How are you feeling about that now?
I'm feeling pretty good now, to be honest. Now that I'm a couple of rounds ahead.
Yeah.
Didn't feel good on Inferno, but now it's looking pretty nice. I think the MBK revenge is fueling him. Not performing too well this game, but he's, you know, he did good other times, I assume.
He did well on Nuke. He was second performer.
There you go.
Yeah, your assumption is correct, Rush. Don't worry. No, I do feel it. When you know, I tried observing last season, and one thing that's hard is you don't realize, firstly, who's killing who, like scoreboard wise. You're not
Just
looking at the kill
numbers.
feed, but also numbers, right? You don't know what score it is. I was on like match point, and I didn't even realize. I'm not the only person who's done that though, Rush.
No, I remember when I casted that game that you observed, and yeah, I didn't really know a team got to 15. It was quite embarrassing, to be honest.
It's impressive, to say the least.
It happens to the best of us.
I'm
and
just slowly
also you and
talking
me.
and stuff, and then you just tap at the 15, and it's like match point, and I'm like, oh, hype time.
Big round here.
Well, we've seen ZywOo with the Deagle before.
We know what he can do, Harry.
We know what he can do with the Deagle.
Sorry, it's Mizuta. But ZywOo, he will go up the catwalk. The flash to find Vitality in position, making lots of noise, and that gets her by Alexi down in the CT spawn, hanging around. Alexi.
Shox just, or not Shox rather. It looked like Misuta was lining up a smoke. I was wondering if he was going to throw that Shox smoke up and over, but instead Shox has dropped into CT.
Nice.
And he has the read that Alexa B's there. Does manage to shut him down, but in the meantime, this mid to B play is getting contained, albeit for a moment. ZywOo's Deagle, Shox's P250. Is that enough to get a 10th round on the board for Team Vitality? It's only Valde left standing. And Shox deals with him out in the open. It's 3 for Shox, 2 for ZywOo, and a 10th on the board for Team Vitality. They go into that round with just pistols. They were focusing on a rifle buy in this round here and now. And so now they're just flushed with money. They put a 10th on the board. And with all of that seemingly tipping in Vitality's favor, just to top it off, they've even broken the money for EG.
Yeah, what a sick call from Vitality on the eco, just throwing in so much disarray, not letting OG know where that was ending up with Shox shopping in CT spawn. It looked like a cat play, had everything to signal an A site execute, but Vitality switch up, run back, and hit mid to B at the end of it. OG get broken. Valde's on a CZ. That's how close this was. Despite 5 rounds in a row for OG, those forced by Vitality made the money low, and it's going to get lower and lower by the second. Mizuta dinked on the entry, but gets away with a kill. Mantu's going to flash his way back into this angle. He is the top performer right now in this server, at least for this map. And he's going in with the AWP, but this time ZywOo will best him. Ready on the angle for the repeat. Shox with the spray. It's messy, but Alexi B going to finish off the job that Valdes started. Masuta gone. MBK on a wrap-up cat. He's come fast from the tunnels on this flank, but they're going to molly him off. Good awareness from Vitality. That will force a save. OG, they've got nothing to play with, and they'd rather take that into the next round.
I hope this doesn't make them start to consider the force buy here, right? Because that feels like how this could all start to slip through your fingers on the OG side. We're going to have to wait and see what the idea is here for OG. But as we've seen, you know, with some MBK rosters of old, aggressive force buys are certainly not out of the question. Vitality not able to find any of these saving players, so these 3 weapons will get maintained here for OG. Let's see what that decision is here for the CT squad. Alexa B purchasing up a smoke, but it doesn't look like anyone else is going to invest behind it. So OG playing for the long game, and that's what you want to see here.
Well, the long spawn attempt for ZywOo. He's going to go out for the pick. Does miss the cross. Mantu had a better spawn. In a good position. ZywOo not even going to consider this. Sometimes you just don't even realize, and Shox is sleeping at the wheel. No clue that Mantu had crossed, and now he's got a Krieg. Oh no, ZywOo, if he loses this orb, this round could fall apart. It's an eco for OG around the safe guns, and now Mantu has saved a gun. He's going to be able to bring that back into A in the 5-on-4. No armor, but the Krieg, we know how good that gun is at finding one-shots. A is more than controlled. 3 players on catwalk for OG, so he's going to come in through CT instead and assist towards his mid play. Vitality, though, setting up towards the A side. Get baited in. MBK's got a kill. There's another man hiding behind the stairwell. This is all over the place. Issa's dropped the bomb. The molly for ZywOo should get this frag, and RPK is going to push behind it, but does he expect 2 more men around this corner? It's a no. Trade for ZywOo, down to 4. Can't find the flick, and Valdic closes it with a USP. What a crazy round. OG don't even force. They don't even need to.
And that round right there is the one that puts OG back in the driver's seat. Reinvestment in from Team Vitality, but if you look at those money totals down on the left, it sets a bit of a worrying precedent. Shox is loaded, but the rest of the gang have got nothing. They need the pocket money from Daddy Shox in this round, or rather in the next, if they're not able to pick this one up. RPK tries to play off the long spawn. Mantu
Completely bewildered from the looks of it.
Yeah, I thought he had that, would have had that kill dead to rights, but somehow Masuta is the man to find the opening.
Issa, though, shots through the smoke as Shox emerges. He will depart as quickly as he came through. Alexa B is going to flash his teammate out on long, and there's so many players here to come flash, but RPK was playing anti, looking away, dodging the dirty, and Alexa B committing to the car. He has got a smoke from a Molotov, but he won't be put into hot water today as Vitality look to go B. Now, do they go for the duck, the old look at the ground to avoid getting spotted from mid? No, they just want to take fights, and there's nothing there for OG. No one sees a thing. Timing almost there for Issa, but he just misses it. Still, there's a man inside of the B site. ZywOo selling the fake over on A. MBK calling for support, though, towards B. And OG, a great gamble. They made the right call, but will it work out?
Yeah, ZywOo's going to be over here to play around along just as long as he possibly can. Meanwhile, there's the peek, right into Issa's crosshairs. Goes for a second one, a fast flick. Can he find 3? No, that's going to be just enough to get Apex out of there. So you know what? I'm good. I think I'm going to head out. But how does he get over here? Now, we see that ZywOo is over there on the A site. It's all clear. That's the comm going through. But it's the path that Apex must take to get into the site that's very worrisome. He does find some contact there in the middle. And ultimately, the top middle is going to be what catches up with him. No time left in this round. ZywOo not clicking, and there you go.
He was going for the double scope. He's usually so fast that, like, you know, obviously it's an instant, that right click, but so fast at being single scope, seeing someone flicking, double scoping, and killing, you know, just guaranteeing that frag. But hey, that extra bit of movement, that extra, you know, middle finger pressing the right mouse button, Harry, sometimes it comes back to haunt you.
Man, this is like an unreal recovery from EG in a match that means absolute EG OG. Yeah. I keep doing that,
That's
man.
your
They're
third
so close to one another.
Well, how about this? Shout out to shout out to Pax _ PUBG.
Should be CSGO there. I mean, I
That's
don't like
fine.
the
I don't
app,
mind that.
we'll let it happen.
Look what he says. It's so nice. If ESL Pro League was not going on all day, every day, I don't know what I would do with my life.
Honestly,
and you know what?
same.
Us.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah,
Same.
yeah,
Like us
yeah.
too. Yeah.
Like
so.
literally, what would we be doing if we weren't here doing this? I don't imagine it would be very fun.
No.
No, but we're so happy that we are here to give it to you. We do appreciate your view, as well as all of you viewers out there. Now, the real question is, which one of you is the best viewer? But we'll get down to that in due time. So right now, though, OG have found a comfort zone. 13-11. They know what they need to do to get this done. And so far, their CT side has had answers.
Yeah, Vitality are running out of ideas. It's looking like it's just a quick B crunch out of spawn and waiting for the smoke to fade before they do so. It's not even a rush. OG are going to have 2 players here ready. They're going to have a third in middle. Apex is going to try and go up Cat. His intention is to try and sell a bit of a fake. Force that ult back. Good job. He sends Mantu packing. Now OG have to start to consider A as a possibility, and they will lean harder towards that site. The player in mid now calling for assistance, and Issa is here to do so. That leaves only one man at the back of B, MBK. Zywoo's coming in on this mid-ramp. He's getting spammed through the smoke, and the Molotov will finish the job. MBK with a Krieg can just line up kills. He spots one, and he hides. That's safe, and it's smart. It means that Vitality are just getting 1v1 here, and MBK double peeking with his teammate will finish off the round. Revenge against Vitality, 14 to OG.
And this game, you know, for everyone watching at home, for those of you who aren't aware of what's going on here, this isn't just your average, you know, like teams playing against each other for a spot in this group. No, this is loser goes, winner continues into the following stage.
Yeah.
And it's all on the line here in map number 3. OG was so quiet to start the day. They got 16 forward on Inferno. It was one of the most dominant victories we've got to cast here in the Pro League. And now, on Dust 2, they're pulling ahead at 14 to 11. What a time to start to come alive.
Yeah. And this is it. This is Vitality trying to stay alive in this best of 3 right here. They're looking at their EPL life on the line. BK's got a smoke to work with there, and B, that's going to hold off any sort of ideas or plans OG had to really stop what was going to happen there for the side of Vitality. They looked like they wanted to pressure B a little bit early on. Meanwhile, Zywoo in a comfortable mid-pick position. I do love picking mid all round long, just to make people upset.
Stay in spawn till 30 seconds.
Yep, can't go wrong if you're in spawn. Doesn't really rhyme, but I'll work on it.
Can't go wrong if you're in spawn.
It's all about the
Maybe
accent.
it can't go wrong if you're in spawn.
Well,
All right, well, back
I mean,
to
slips
yeah.
right off the
Brief.
tongues
Yeah.
there. But no, not here, not today. This setup is greasy. You better wash your hands after this one, OG, because it's a double peak towards B with both players committed.
Oh, and Alexa B's here to try and hold for this mid to B. He seems to be very aware of what's going on. Valdez even available to come in on a fast flank through the long doors should he be needed. Now Apex might try and relive some heroics that we saw Shox do with a CT drop here in this round to try and cut off the rotations, but that's never going to arrive. RPK falls over at the B side of the map as well, but they do at least deal with MBK, the man trying to hold it down. Masuta wins his fight onto Issa in the tunnels. Alexa B tries to pick up the pace and gets shot in the mouth as a result. So now, 2-on-2, Valde and Mantu versus Zywoo and Masuta on the other side, and Valdez in with a double.
Wow.
The defuse comes in, and OG, they'll reach match and series point here, 15 to 11. Vitality, they need 4 more rounds, and that doesn't even guarantee a victory. That's just to start the clock over again. They've got to grind their way back into this versus an OG that is on fire. A big play from Valde to end this one, right? He doesn't let Team Vitality do what they wanted to do, which is gimmick around those smokes, try and waste as much time as possible. He just picks up the pace and locks it in. 15 to 11. One more round is all OG need to send Vitality home.
And they might just do it. Vitality looking to go fast and furious into this B site. Alexa B ready, but MBK is not flashed out. There's a team kill. That's a mess. Issa's on the AWP, and he's dropped the bomb as well. Flashed out of the site. It's been given up. It's been conceded here by OG. They have no choice. Issa's got to watch out. They can peek the doors off of a timing here. And Vitality do have B. There's still a lurking lower. Molotov's out will keep OG out and about for the time being, but look at the amount of grenades OG have, right, for this retake. They should be perfectly able to set up.
Something that's so important is that Valdez coming in on this very, very long flank through those long doors, that position he was at earlier in the round, but this allows Shox to go undetected. They think that tunnels have been covered, and they have not. Shox could tear this whole round apart, but oh no! He's missed the spray. Valde gets removed in the tunnels, and now OG, they're looking to save. They're looking to flush this man out, and they can't get past Shoxy in the back. 12 to 15, and we're going to keep this one burning a little longer. OG, the money is not in a good spot. This could just be a partial investment here. Vitality, if that's the case, there's a good chance they go 13 to 15 before that full buy round for OG comes in.
And almost the only thing that keeps that competitive there towards the end of the round is that TK. And that's unfortunate, although it is Vitality to pick up the round and stay alive. Now we get to see a U.S. Air Force tactical timeout coming from the side of OG. Now, what are they going to piece together? What are they going to put together here with the money situation they currently have? I'd imagine some pistols, maybe get themselves a nice little fast cat, perhaps. Or my personal favorite, smoke top middle.
Smoke suicide and rush lower or rush top mid? Trace?
Rush both.
Oh, I like
You really
that.
just
Double
gotta hope
trouble.
if you rush top mid that nobody comes to shoot you in the back from lower.
2 for 1.
Yep. Here we go. Timeout's coming to a close. Should be jumping back into it. Match point for OG. Not just map, but series point for OG. One more. Seals the deal for Vitality, who will be out of the ESL Pro League Season 11 running.
Well, this is it. This is what it all comes down to. Another B rush, potentially. They're playing off the contact of the AWP. If Zywoo finds a kill, maybe they commit, but he is taking his time, his sweet time. Now they're going to contact it. No smoke, just a flash in. MBK is spraying. It's a bit of a miss, but he gets away with 2. Bomb dropped. OG still with a chance. How does he steal the guns from underneath their feet? MBK, the natural-born killer on 4, and it's just Shoxy alone. Oh dear, this lurk is a little too late. It's a little too lackluster, and it might be OG taking the series.
Melted.
It would be only fitting that it's MBK in this round to steal it away from Team Vitality. Shox is now tasked with what should be an impossible 1v5. He's over on Catwalk, but bomb control held for OG. They've got the site, they've got the package, they've got all their eggs in one basket, and Shox is a long way from home.
I've seen him.
They now know he's here, and while he does get Mantu, follows up onto Valdez. Still more players against him, and it's MBK with an ace to secure the victory for OG and send his ex-teammates packing. Vitality, they get out of here, and OG will carry on. Wow, what a way for this series to end. We've got a lot to digest. We've got a lot to talk about. So join us for that after a quick break. My word.